Hello and welcome back to ROADTRIpVIA, the once-a-day road trip trivia quiz. Today's episode is day number 246 of the 365-day trivia road trip. Today we have a pit stop quiz. A pit stop is just the same as the longer trivia. It's a random knowledge trivia quiz, questions from all different categories, but the questions are much shorter, the answers come much quicker. The name of the game today is Speed. Good luck! Question number 1. What character created by Rudyard Kipling became an instant villain when he proclaimed that the man-cub Mowgli was rightfully his to kill? The answer is Shere Khan. Question number 2. What four-syllable adjective indicates the condition of a person whose inner core body temperature is at or below 88.6 degrees Fahrenheit? That four-syllable word is hypothermic. Question number 3. Honoring their guarantee of Poland's borders, which two countries declared war on Germany on September 3, 1939, 2 days after Germany had invaded Poland? Those two countries were Great Britain and France. Question number 4. The origin of the phrase differs depending on who you ask, but as a general rule, if you wish to tell someone performing good luck, what three-word phrase would you say? You would say, break a leg. Question number 5. What Australian marsupial looks very much like a kangaroo, but is generally much smaller? Those marsupials are called wallabies. Question number 6. What term is used when an epidemic spreads to other countries or continents and involves a substantial number of people? People have heard this word quite a bit in the last 5 years. The answer is a pandemic. Question number 7. What is the heavy-bodied lizard that reaches a length of 10 feet and a weight of 360 pounds that feeds on wild boar, deer, and pigs? The answer is the Komodo dragon. Question number 8. It may indicate an emperor's wife or a woman who rules in her own right. What is the name for the female equivalent of an emperor? The answer is an empress. Question number 9. What American national park is a vast complex of subtropical wetlands and coastal marine ecosystems featuring fresh and saltwater marshes, hardwood hummocks, pine rocklands, and mangrove forests? That national park is called Everglades National Park. Question number 10. What prefix is added to words such as flexion or extension that indicates movement beyond the normal position? The answer is hyper. If you go beyond, it is hyperextension or hyperflexion. Question number 11. What is the name of the acute viral disease whose name was derived from the Latin word for rage? That Latin word is rabire. The answer is rabies. Question number 12. The earliest mirrors were pieces of polished stone, often made of what naturally occurring black volcanic glass? The answer is obsidian. Question number 13. The ancient Greeks generally believed the world consisted only of what three continents? According to most Greeks, it was Europe, Africa, and Asia. Question number 14. Before it is utilized in the creation of shoes and handbags, what is untanned cattle skin called? Before it is tanned, it is known as rawhide. Question number 15. Named after a variety of yucca plant, what is the southernmost national park in California? The answer is Joshua Tree National Park. Question 16. Lloyd Alexander wrote what book that was turned into the 25th animated Disney feature film in which an army of warriors is built from the bodies of slain soldiers? This was a little darker Disney than you're used to. The answer is The Black Cauldron. Question number 17. Complete this line uttered by the White Rabbit in Alice in Wonderland. The hurrier I go, the what? This line sums up my whole life. The hurrier I go, the behinder I get. Question number 18. George Washington Carver came up with 100 uses for sweet potatoes, 60 uses for pecans, and 325 uses for what legume? His most famous work was with the peanut. Question number 19. What was the most common nickname for those sailors, typically of low rank, who mopped the decks of pirate ships? Really any ships, but especially pirate ships. The answer is swabbies, or swabs. And question number 20. In J.R.R. Tolkien's books, what kind of creatures are Encalagon, Glaurung, and Scantha? The most famous of these creatures is Smaug. The answer is dragons. Alright, that is it for today. Thank you for watching today's episode of ROADTRIpVIA. Check back tomorrow. It'll be day number 247. It'll be a regular length trivia quiz because it's a Monday. Oh, man, it's already September 4th, which means summer is almost over. We are just a couple of weeks away from summer being over. Hopefully you guys had a good one. There's still a few weeks left. If not, you got to make it count. But don't leave just yet. We've got question 21, the tiebreaker, coming up. Don't overthink this, but how many squares do you have if you add up the number of squares on a chessboard with the number of squares on a checkerboard? The answer is 128. Whichever player got closest to that number is going to win the point. There's 64 squares on both a chessboard and a checkerboard, so you just add those together. Now, while I was looking that one up, there are a ton of people that say that there's more squares on a chessboard, because you got the 1x1 squares and the 2x2 squares and the 3x3. I'm just talking about the little 1x1, just the playing squares. There's 64 squares on a checkerboard. That's why I said don't overthink it. Anyways, thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.